さん、こんばんは。ゲームグラマーへようこそ。僕はトムです。I'm Tom. Welcome to Game Grammar. Good evening. And tonight we're going to be just, laying low, playing some Animal Crossing, どうぶつの森, and having a good time. So I was trying to start things up and be like, oh, hey, look, I already got things started and going, and every time I do that, something pops up. And sure enough, Shizue is saying, 村民の練乳さん、明日ここを出て行かれるということで、引っ越しの準備をされているようです。So, let's break this down. Gist of it. Try to figure this out if you can. By the way, we're playing in Japanese today. We do it to practice. I'm not a professional translator or fluent in Japanese or anything like that. It's just a fun thing to do. So, if you've got questions, leave them in the chat, or if you're watching after the live stream, leave them in the comments. And if you notice that I get something wrong, because sometimes I get some things wrong, I'm going to say most of the time I get it right, though. But sometimes I do get things wrong. Give me a heads up. And I try to be honest when there's things that I don't know. And I look into them, and there are some things that I know I got wrong last week, or I was not sure on last week, and I do want to touch on those, but I want to go to that place where those things happened in this episode to make an example of it. Hopefully we'll have time, but this is a little more pressing, it seems, because she's saying tomorrow our good friend, the villager Renyu, is going to be leaving from this place, and she's currently... The preparations for her moving are currently happening, it seems. So how is she saying this, though? Let's look into this. Oh, by the way, I've got the chat open, so, leave a chat. All that good stuff. Might be missing stuff. I don't know. Let's just dive on in, right? So, Sonmin no Renyu-san. So, Sonmin, of course, we've got the Son is the same kanji as, Mura, which is village, right? So, that Mura becomes son when you're doing it as a compound word, basically. So you got sonmin, which is then villager, village person, village nationals kind of thing. So, sonmin no Renyu-san. Renyu is the name. Asu. Asu, normally with that kanji, you'll see asta. Asta is tomorrow, right? Asu is just another reading of those kanji. I don't want to say it's always this, but it seems like every once in a while it's a little more formal, or almost like a literary reading of it. You seem a little intelligent. I don't know. That's how I've been reading it. That's how it seems to be used for me. I might be wrong. Anyways, ここを出て行かれるということで、引っ越しの準備。So 引っ越しの準備。引っ越し is to move, like to move a house. Not to move an entire house, but to move from one house to the other. And then junbi is preparations. So hikoshi no junbi, the no connects two nouns in this case together to modify them. The last one being what we're actually talking about. So it's junbi, preparations, right? What kind of preparations? Well, hikoshi no junbi, so preparations for moving. And well, we have a little bit of stuff before this. ここを出て行かれるということで、so ここを出て行かれる. Right, so the ということで after that is kind of like the という is kind of quoting in koto is thing. So it's the thing where we quote this concept. So she's kind of putting everything she says before that in air quotes in a sense. And the day is for the purpose of doing that or by this means. So, so it's this is what's going on. So what is going on? Well, ここを出て, deru is to go out or to leave somewhere. To appear, to come forth, to leave. So, ここを出て, ここ being this place right here where we are right now. We've got our ここ right here. そこ, asoko. I almost said ako. I was like, it's not ako. So, ここ, そこ, asoko. ここを出て, to leave here, to leave this place. And 出て, 行かれる. So, 行かれる is coming from 行く. 行かれる is then kind of our it's our passive form, I should say. So, it's it is happening, she's not doing it, it is just kind of happening. So, 出て行かれる is she's going to leave and then will, it's almost since she's not doing the action, it's almost like she will be taken away in a sense. She's swept away by the current kind of thing. 行かれる。ということで、so, she's going to be leaving this place and going away. 引っ越しの準備をされている。So, されている is する。One second. is suru, but that's again our passive form. So like junbi o sareteiru. So junbi o shiteiru would be shiteiru to currently be doing, right? So sareteiru, shiteiru would be junbi o shiteiru would be like is doing the preparations. Junbi o sareteiru is like the preparations are being done. If that makes sense. So sareteiru, and then it ends with our yo desu. Yo is like appears, seems to be. So it seems to be the case that the preparations for her to move are being done, so that she can be moved from here, kind of thing. So right, koko and tomorrow that's gonna happen. Asu koko o dete ikareru toいうことで、引っ越しの準備をされているようです。ちょっぴり寂しくなっちゃいますね。So ちょっぴり. It's just like, oh, totally. Completely. Just a little bit. A little bit wrong. But, it's a little bit. But then it's so I was wrong there. That's why we use our dictionary, right? Just to double check things. But sabishi is kind of like lonely. But you'll use it more like, well, not all the time, more like, but sometimes more like, you'll miss someone. It's like my friend who was like better than me in Japanese and was like above me in classes always kind of said, sabishi is like oh yeah, that like Japanese people don't say I'm lonely, they say like sabishi or like hitori de ita kind of thing. But sabishi, it's like very forward. It's like I'm lonely, lonely. You don't say this all the time. It's a little too forward, but you can say it about other people, if you don't want to make them feel bad, you're not talking about them. So, sabisuku naru. So the ku naru, sabishi becomes sabishiku. It's like in this way, and then naru is to become. So it's like sabishiku naru is to become like lonely, and that's natte shimaimasu, nachaimasu. To totally do it, to unfortunately do it. So sabishiku nachaimasu ne, choppiri. So it makes me a little bit lonely. 尊重もよかったらお別れのご挨拶をしてあげてくださいね。So 尊重も, so it's like 尊重 is our mayor, right? Yet again, 尊民, 尊重, it's the same kanji as mura, right? So there we go. So 尊重も, the mo is like as well, the mayor as well. よかったら, this is coming from yoi. よかった is our past tense, but it's not really past tense, it's just kind of like, yukattara is using the same basic form, kind of. Yukattara is like, if it's good, if you can manage it. お別れのご挨拶をしてあげてください。So, してあげてください. して is coming from suru, which is hard to do. Sorry. Suru, so して. This is our te form. And earlier when we have our state, it's like continuously doing this. Sometimes it's just kind of like compound. I don't want to say compound necessarily. You kind of chain adjectives together. It's like you do this and also this. So してあげて is like してあげる. Ageru is like to give, being very honorific, respectful. And then the te kudasai is please do this. So this is actually 3 verbs because kudasaru is also a verb, right? If you're up on the up and up. So it's like you do this and you give it and then you give it again. But the last kudasai is talking about like your actions. It's very like, it's like perspective hopping in a sense, because the ageru is like, she's talking from our perspective, I'm going to ageru. But then she switches back to her perspective and she's talking about another person doing it, which is the kudasaru, kudasai, right? So, してあげてください. What are we giving? ご挨拶. Aisatsu. The go is a respectful thing that you put in front of it. Aisatsu is like greeting words. But it's also, farewell words. And お別れのご挨拶. 別れる is to separate something. So, お別れのご挨拶 is the greetings or the salutations of parting kind of thing, of being divided, which I like that. To be divided, to separation. And then をしてあげてくださいね. So would you please give her the salutations of parting, if it is okay for you. 尊重もよかったら. We've got Aaron in the chat. He always shows up. Thank you, Aaron. Passive form sometimes used just to be more polite, right? I think I remember something like that. Yeah, that seems about right. Just in the sense that you'll see this kind of recurring theme in Japanese, at least I feel like I've seen it, where being polite is sort of separating yourself from the situation, putting a little bit of distance between the situation and the subject and yourself, And part of that is using the passive form where you're saying, I'm not doing this, it's just happening kind of thing. So that makes sense to me. I almost want to double check that now. Where's my notepad? That's not my notepad. I mean, it isn't a notepad, but I've got too many notepads, folks. Passive. Passive equals respectful. Because that rings true to me. Based on how I've seen it and interpreted it, it seems right, but I'm not sure. Okay, anyways, 尊重もよかったら、お別れのご挨拶をしてあげてくださいね。So, I think that's clear. What we have to do is we have to go hang out with you. Oh no, I left all this trash here. Ugh, I'm the worst. Okay, if between this episode and next episode I've cleaned things up a bit, don't hate me. Where is Renu's house? Oh. Oh no. Oh no, Reiji's here. Reiji ga iru. Oh well. Okay, here we go. ここでしょ? ここでしょうか? ここじゃないか? Oh, it's all in boxes. 箱いっぱいだしょうね. Alright. あ、びっくりしちゃったかな? So this is yet again the しちゃった. Sorry, してしまった. Shima is like to do something completely. It's also kind of a little bit regrettably. It's like it totally happened. It's just kind of a casual colloquial thing. So we have this して, and then してしまう, which becomes しっちゃう. So here we have しちゃった, which is our past tense for this. It's しまった, しちゃった. So it's just kind of like, this thing totally happened to me. Completely happened to me. びっくり is like surprised. So びっくりしちゃったかな? It's like, oh, like you surprised me kind of thing. Did you just surprise me? びっくりしちゃったかな? 突然ごめんね。あたい引っ越すことにしたの. So 突然ごめんね. 突然 is like very sudden. Oh, sorry, I wrote 突然. 突然. 突然 is very sudden, abruptly. And ごめん is of course sorry. So like, you know, pardon for being so sudden, for being so abrupt. 突然ごめんね. あたい. あたい is like あたし, you know, あたし. It's I. I don't know if あたい shows up here. Yeah, it does. Okay. But as you can see, it's the same kanji as 私. You know. 漢字が同時だね。あ、引っ越すことにしたの。そう。ことにする。When you have this ことにする, it's kind of like, you know, acting towards this in a sense. Like I'm doing towards this. So 引っ越すことにする. Like I'm acting towards moving. I am in the process of moving in a sense. It makes sense if you just think about it, I guess. I don't know. That's the best I can say. It's one of those things I read. I'm like, oh yeah, okay. So 引っ越すことにしたの. The no at the end, she's it's kind of like when we see our no desu, じゃの kind of thing, you know, it's like, you know, it's a little explainy. She's, you know, oh no, you caught me. もっと早く言おうと思ってたんだけど、タイミングがなくて、そう早く言おうと思ってたんだけど、そう早く is coming from 早い, which is like early, fast, same thing, right? And the 言おう is coming from 言う to say. So 早く言う would be like to say quickly, to speak early. So in 言おうと思う, 言おうと思う is kind of like this, when you have this something, or which is a kind of called the volitional form. It's like, let's go, like 行こう, you know, 食べよう, that sort of thing. And we have like とする, it's like to try to do. The と思う, I'm not 100% certain on this actually. I kind of want to double check and look it up when I have a chance. But I'm kind of reading it, interpreting it as more of a I thought I would do this, I meant to do this, I planned on doing this in a sense, but I didn't. So 言おうと思ってた. 言おうと思った. So I gotta look at that up. But if someone in the chat can help me too, that's always appreciated. そうもっと早く言おうと思ってたんだけど so that んだけど at the end is like however but you know but だけど it's coming from けど which is like けれどもタイミングがなくて so タイミングがなくor タイミングがない you know, ない is like to not be so if timing is not if there's timing is not being it's タイミングがなくて you know I don't have any timing so I went to say something earlier but my timing is bad you know もっと早く言おうと思ってたんだけどタイミングがなくて今までありがとうこれからもジジトムくんらしく元気でね okay so 今まで you know 今 is right now まで is like up to this point so 今まで is like up until this moment right now ありがとう thank you very much you know これからも so これからこれ is this から is like from this being like this point in time it's like from here on out you know これからも from here on out as well I wonder if that shows up. No. Korekara does. Sometimes these like little, yeah, after this, you know, korekara. Korekara mo Jitomu-kun rashiku genki de ne. So when you have this rashi, it's like, it can sometimes be seems like, but this is more of a, you can also use rashi as kind of being, describing something that's very, I want to say like emblematic or very representative of its type. So you could say that a man is like otokorashi, and it's like that man is very manly. You don't want to use it against type though. That seems really weird. So you wouldn't want to say that woman is manly, right? You wouldn't say like, 女子が男らしい. Like, oh, don't say that. 言わないでください. Because that just seems weird. That's just not how it works. But you can say like その男子が男らしいね. Like that man is that boy is very masculine. That boy is very manly. But in this case, it's Jijitomu-kun rashi, like very Jijitomu-ish, you know, very Tomish, in a very Tom way. Rashiku genki de ne. Genki de ne, you know, it's like Genki's being like high in energy and healthy and high spirits and always happy kind of thing. Chipper. So, you know, I want to be like as positive, as energetic, as robust, as happy as you are kind of thing. Jijitomu-kun rashiku genki de ne. Or, sorry, I translated that just right out loud as being like, she wants to, but she's being like, you know, she's talking to me though, she's being like, you know, do it for yourself. Be as much as you always are. Keep it up. Keep on keeping on. Do your thing, right? Oh, that's sad. She's leaving. Let's see if she has anything else. これからは会いたいの分も花村ライフを2倍楽しんでね。ファイトOh, I love Faito. Faito is so great. It's obviously like fight, but it's not like encouraging people to punch each other. It's just, you know, like it's kind of ganbatte. They're like, yeah, you know, do the good fight, keep it up, do your best, that kind of thing. Faito. I wonder if Faito shows up. Fight, you know. Yeah. 花村ライフを2倍楽しんでね. So what's going on here? So 2倍 is by is like times multiplied. So when you have 2倍, it's like double, right? So 花村ライフを2倍楽しんでね. 楽しんで is like a command. 楽しんでください。楽しんでね. So it's enjoy it. 楽しむ. 楽しむ. So ライフを2倍楽しんでね. It's like enjoy it twice as much. 値の分も. So これからは値の分も花村ライフを2倍楽しんでね. So これからは you know 2倍楽しんでね. Like from here on out, enjoy it twice as much, right? 値の分も. 分 is like part or like segment in a sense. It's like 値の分も, like even including the part where I was here, you know, enjoy the rest from here on out twice as much. So, you know, it's kind of like saying, you know, I treasure our memories, but enjoy the part where I'm now gone twice as much. Have more fun now that I'm gone, kind of thing. That's her expectation, at least. Ah, she's sweet. We love her. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm looking at the time. I'm not sure if we're going to have time to go to the island and finish up that stuff. Might as well try, though. Let's see. I do have to... I am going to be, like, very strictly-ish when I realize at the 30 mark to go home. But I do want to talk about what's going on here. So, なんだおめえ島に来てんのか? This is already a good example. So last week I was having some trouble. I was like, why are everyone on the island talking so funny? Because they're talking really funny. If you go back last week, I was like having a moment. And talking funny, and I was kind of hypothetically like trying to go through my brain. I was like, what's going on? How are they talking? Why are they talking like this? I was like, okay, maybe it's like a Okinawa dialect kind of thing. You know, they all talk like island people. Maybe that's it. And I don't think that's correct though, because I was looking at this, and this is a great example. This is our standard, like, okay, this is our standard quote-unquote slangy Japanese, by which I mean, oh god, that's such a loaded statement. Okay, I had to do some reading into this over the past week. So, obviously, we kind of, how to start this even? Okay, we've got our normal Japanese, right? You've got, like, dictionary, you see it on the news, you see it in your textbooks Japanese, right? That's called Yamanote Japanese. That is one dialect of, like, Tokyo Japanese, one Tokyo dialect. And that's, like, the samurai Japanese. And then you've got this other Tokyo dialect, which is kind of the slangy one that I talk about a lot, where I'm like, oh, it's old man Japanese. This is what it is. And technically, if you look it up, it's called Shitamachi, which is like downtown. But it actually, so way back when you had like samurai and you had merchant class, right? They were like two separate worlds almost. So this, what Kappe is saying right here, that's all of our Shitamachi. Or at least the closest as I could find when looking at this all online. You know, and it's a video game, it's kind of, you know, a little bit different because it's got to be readable by a wide audience, but this is our very, like, stereotypical, yeah, that's a good way to put it, stereotypical Shitamachi. So, and whenever, like, say we're playing Pokemon and Professor Oak says all this kind of stuff, you know, he's like, oh, ikite no ka? You know, that's all Shitamachi, and they kind of tone it up or tone it down depending on how heavy they want it to seem and, you know, what's appropriate for the game that they're playing. So, that's what's going on here. I am 90% certain. And then, of course, obviously, you get into other dialects as well, where you have, like, your Kansai dialect, and you can have, like, Kyushu dialect, and if you really go into it, there are individual dialects based on what prefecture you're going to, but for the most part, you're going to know your Yamanote, which is our standard, our Shitamachi, which is our, like, slangy, and then your Kansai dialect, which is your Kansai dialect. I don't know. It's a lot to wrap your head around, but you figure it out as you go along. It's you know, they wouldn't put it in Animal Crossing if it was impossible to figure out. It's kind of how I put it, so we kind of roll with it. And he goes, Nanda? He's like, what's up? What is it? Ome shima ni ikite no ka? So the e is actually our, like, shitamachi for ai, right? So ome is coming from omae. You know, omae is you. It's a very rough way to say it. I actually, if you go on our Twitter, I linked to an article, and I think the article was actually retweeted from the Legends of Localization guy, Clyde Mantlin, who is awesome. He is so good. He's the guy who put out the Mother 3 fan translation a number of years back and stuff like that. He's great. Love him to pieces. But he linked to an article talking about how a person in Japan, he was a school superintendent, was forced to resign from his position. You know, he wasn't fired, but he was forced to resign because he used the wrong word for you. He said omae instead of anata, right? Or instead of using the person's name. Like, it is a big deal. I always say this all the time where I'm like, oh yeah, omae, you know, that's kind of rude. Don't say it to people you don't know, but, like, seriously. Seriously, people lose their jobs over this stuff. Like, I'm not kidding around when I say it's rude. It's a video game here. It's okay. But video games aren't real life, so that's my part. So nanda ome shima ni ikite no ka? So this, yet again, the e is ikite is coming from ikitai, to want to go, coming from iku, out to go. So iku, to go, becomes ikitai, out to want to go. Ikite is our kind of like slangy version, right? Our shitamachi version. So ome shima ni ikite no ka? Do you want to go to the island? Unchin wa oufuku senderu dazo. So, unchin, we saw this last time, where the unchin is like our transportation fee, freight rates, shipping expenses. In oufuku, we saw is like depart and come back, so it's our round trip. Oufuku senderu dazo. It's 1,000 bells here and back. Ikitai, I wanna go. よし、来た。ちなみに、手荷物は島には持ち込めねえから、一旦預かっとくからな。心配しなって。村に戻ってきたら、ちゃんと返すからよ。So I translated all this last week, so I'm just kind of going through it. If you really want to, you can go check it out. But I want to get to a few lines on the island just to like compare with what I think I found out. そんじゃ、俺の船に乗ってくんろ。Oh yeah, did you ever figure out what Kunro is? Here we are, because Aaron's asking it in the chat. I did look it up. I was looking for it, but I couldn't find anything on it specifically. Like, I don't know. I guess I'll look again, because it is bothering me. But I'm pretty sure it's like kuridaro kind of thing, where it's like, okay, we're gonna do it, let's do it, are you gonna do it, let's do it kind of thing. That's my assumption, but like I'm not like 100% on that. Maybe this week, since I don't have to look up Shitamachi stuff, because I spent quite a while digging into that, maybe I'll have more time to look up Kunro. 俺の船に乗ってくんろ。So yeah, I'll definitely spend more time on the Kundro stuff this week. I couldn't find anything last week, and sometimes it happens where it's just not online. Like, not everything is, which is weird, but it seems like everything is, but not everything is. And if you happen to know, please speak up. Oh great, here's the song. オラでもモテたいべさ可愛い子に見られたいもしかな If you listen, he's actually singing it, which is really cute. 好きな女子 Oh, whoa! I've never seen it be like that before. 好きな女子 The girl that I like. よし、おらっと知り I missed it. Okay. Oh no, ビキニに見とれてたら Oh no. 見とれる To fasten. Okay. ビキニに見とれたら to be fascinated by a bikini. That's a sentence for the week, right? ビキニに見とれたら見とれてたらビキニに見とれてたら Ooh, we are getting close to the time I gotta go. Okay. Let's at least do one person we didn't talk. That's the kid's gonna be too much for me. Let's talk to the grandma. Gecko. おんにゃまあ。おめ、息子の船さ乗ってきたんかい? Yeah, this seems pretty shitamachi. Okay, so おめ, you know, おめ, お前, you. 息子の船さ乗ってきた? So 息子 is son. You know, 息子. And 船 is boat. So 息子の船 is the boat of my son. 息子の船. The sa is kind of like, you know, it's how do I describe the sa? I'm not sure if I've ever actually had to look into the sa. The sa I've always interpreted as just being kind of like a it's like where you're just kind of like buying a little bit of space for yourself to talk, right? 息子の船さ, it's like well, considering this, you know, thinking about this, talking about this, bringing this up. You know, when I lived over there for a while, people would be like, Tomu-san sa, kind of thing. Like, you know, you bring something up and then, you know, I'm getting your attention and I'm spacing it out until I know you're listening to me, and then I'm going to actually say what I want to say. It's that kind of thing. So, 息子の船さ、乗ってきたんかい? So, 乗ってきて、乗ってくる. That's a 乗って, which is to ride, and then kuru, to come here. So, 乗ってきたis our past tense, right? You wrote it and came here. You came here on the boat, right? かい? Yo, kinsatta no. Oh, the kinsatta is another thing that was like so weird for me last week. I was like, what is this? Give me a second. Can I do this? 写真. Okay. Oh, Aaron says, this is about the kunro. For now, I'm assuming it's like a weird volitional kureru. Kureyo, kurero, kunro. That makes sense too. I mean, it kind of, would it make sense? Would it make sense? So he's talking about you getting into the boat. Notte kureru. Would you get in the boat and give that to me? I guess it makes sense because he's in like a service position and he is waiting for you to do that, right? I'd buy that. Like if someone told me, "Oh no, you were wrong, Tom. This is actually what's going on," that would make sense to me. It wouldn't seem completely out of left field. I don't know though. I really want to look it up. I'm gonna say kuru daro, kureru yo. Gotta look that one up. Okay, and kinsata as well. I mean, like, thank goodness for kanji, right? Kinsata. It's like clearly, like a weird slangy version of kuru. Kinsaru, you know, sa, no. It's like kinjata kitte shimatta. I don't know what this is. I don't know what it is. Let's see if kin shows up anything. No. Okay. We're not going to worry about this one. Okay, but, you know, we've got our homework cut out for us, which is the same homework as last week, but I don't have other things to distract me with because we figured out the main mystery. Hore hore, sekkaku kita n ja, shima no miyage sa, mite ikinsai. Mite ikinsai, kinsata. Huh, this is interesting. So it's like, maybe, I picked the worst notepad, which is like the smallest one. Why did I do that? Because then I'd find another notepad to, well, I could write double notes. Because it's also ikinsai, right? So kinsata, iku, ikimasu, ikinsai. So I wonder if that's just kind of like the form for it. Ikinsai, where it's like, iki, like ikimasu, you take that mas, and then sai, it's like kuda. I don't know if it's kudasai short for. No, it wouldn't be kudasai. Maybe this one is. I don't know. Nasai, nasai, kinsata, kinasata. Maybe it's nasai, coming from nasaru, which is kind of our like. It's more of a keigo-ish kind of thing where it's to do. You're being you know, you're being very formal. You're being very honorific and respectful of the other person, and you're elevating their actions. So, ikinasaru would be like to come, or rather, to go and be like I'm honoring your action as you do that. Usually, when you're speaking keigo, though, you'd be using like isharu for your. Did I type it wrong? I said isharu. It's irasharu. That's why. You know, you'd use like an irasharu for your to-go action instead of ikinasaru, which seems weird. So I'm not exactly sure how that works or the context or what it means. I mean, like, specifically, but that's the gist. So I'm thinking it's like iku becomes iki, like ikimasu, and then nasaru is my guess. It's a guess, though. Don't quote me. If you have a test on it, don't quote me. Sekkaku kitan ja. So sekkaku is like, you know, you worked hard to come here. We've all been it's long overdue in a sense. Not overdue necessarily, but you know, you worked hard with trouble at great pains, long awaited. Sekkaku kitan ja. So it's like, at long last you have come here. And shima no miyage sa. So miyage, that's omiyage. Yes, you might know them. Which is just like gifts, tourist gifts. You buy them for other people when you're at other places. Present, souvenir. Tourist gifts. English. Shima no miyage sa. So, you know, this is the same sa, where it's kind of like, I'm bringing this up and you're thinking about it and I'm giving you some space. And then mite ikinasai. So mite iku is like to look at and go, to look at and start from here. You know, look at from here on out. Nanka hoshii mon ga atta ra, tsuwa ni itte, medaru o atsumete kinsai. Yeah, the kinasai makes sense for me. I think that's what it is. Anyways, nanka hoshii mon ga atta ra. So this is nanka hoshii mono ga aru. You know, the mono is short for mono. So hoshii mono, hoshii is want. Hoshii is want and mono is things. So things that you want. Hoshii mono ga aru. There is something that you want, right? Nanka is more like, it's kind of like a somethings in some way. Things like something like, I like those a lot. You know, if there's something you want. なんか欲しいもんがあったら if there's something you want. ツアーに行って you go on a tour. メダルを集めてきなさい. So メダルを集める is to collect medals. 集めてきなさい is, you know, you collect them and then come back here. Or collect them and do that kind of thing. そこに立っとるうちの嫁、そこに立っとるうちの嫁に言ったらツアーに参加できるからな。Okay, so そこに立っとる。So this is a 立っておる、立っている。You know, そこに立っている、立っている、立つ to stand, 立っている to be standing. そこに is over there. So うちの嫁 is like bride or wife. Daughter-in-law in this case, which makes sense if you think about it. Like, you bring a new woman to the house and she is now the bride because you are an older woman. But うちの嫁, you know, the house's bride, the bride of the house. そこに立っとるうちの嫁 is the bride of the house who's standing over there. We talked to her last week. に言ったら, so if you talk to her, に言ったらツアーに参加できるからな。So ツアーに参加できる。参加する is to participate in something. 参加しますね。参加できる becomes like to be able to participate, right? ツアーに参加できるから is you will be able to participate in a tour. And the kara is like, and because of that, like, you know, from there on, you can collect medals. Because of that, you can then collect medals, right? Or, you know, do that because following from there, you know, you can get other stuff. All right. And now we are overdue. And as I said, I gotta get going tonight because I am tired. How did we leave last time? Can't just go out the door. I think we have to talk to her. あ、それ、ジジトムさん、横気になさったね。ツアーの申し込みとか、帰りの船の手配だったらいつでも言ってくんろ。We went over this all last week. I'm tired. We're just doing the shortcut. 帰りたい。あ、それ、もう帰っちまうの？帰るよ。We're going home. 今日はありがとね。Thank you so much for today. また来てくれ。Sorry, I know, it's just like, oh. When you... Okay, so. 俺は自分の道を行け。So you go to your own town. おめはおめの持ち味 Inherent flavor. You are your own inherent flavor. Distinctive characteristic. ここぞとばかりのマヨネーズ。Oh no, you're... What? Your own mayonnaise? よっしゃー。尻に力入れる。尻に尻 Oh no, not... Oh no. I don't think it's but I should have... 父親 Chichioya is being like, you know, dad parent. I'm a dad. I'm a father. おめえ、少し男の顔になったな。男の顔、you know, 男、male, and the 顔 is face. 男の顔になる. You know, your face became manlier. Not that was past tense, so your face became manlier. Did your face become more of a man's face? 少し男の顔になったか？安心しろ。手荷物なら返しと言ったぞ。安心しろ。You know, 安心 is relief, don't worry kind of thing. 心配しないで安心しろ. Kind of, you know, same vague thing. That one is telling you not to do something, and the other is telling you to do something. 手荷物なら, if it's your hand luggage, 返しと言ったぞ. I already handed back your hand luggage stuff. Alright. That's it. It's late. I'm peacing out. So, I've got it all written down in my notes. We're going to look up kunro, the kinsata ikinasai stuff. Ikinsai. Oh, so crazy weird. I love it. Don't get me wrong, but... And people in English freak out because some people say soda and some people say pop. Yotomota. The Yotomota is the one I'm most interested in, actually. I'm pretty sure I was correct on that. Where it's like, you know, I thought about saying it, I was thinking about saying it, but I forgot kind of thing. I meant to say it. But we'll have to look that up. Okay. Until Sunday, where we are streaming some Pokemon. Till then, keep on practicing, keep on studying, keep up the good work, everybody. I'll keep up the good work too. I don't know. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for coming by, everybody, and have a good night. Peace out. Mata ne.